great event. Appreciate all the help from committee members, municipal staff, public works, the rec department. They were very helpful that night. Deb and Carolyn specifically. But looking forward to next year. So that's all I have for tonight. Thank you all again for your help.
Thank you. Bev?
On August 4th, Ms. Seminara and I set up a table at National Night Out, and it was amazing to meet with all of the residents that came up. We had some goodies to give away, and just lots of smiles, lots of fun. And then, of course, we had the Centennial fireworks, which were absolutely magical afterwards. On August 6th, the township hosted Assemblyman Balvier Singh's mobile office. His office is undergoing renovations, so his aides come out to different townships, and we were honored that they came here. Cameron Dockery, his legislative aide, was on hand to meet with residents, and Deputy Mayor McFadden and Committeeman Olev stopped by for a visit. On the agenda this evening is a proclamation supporting lung cancer screening awareness for first responders and veterans, as requested by the student leaders of New Jersey's first high school chapter of the American Lung Cancer Screening Initiative. They have authored bipartisan legislation to be considered by the State Senate and Assembly. It's Bills S4042 and A5028, which currently are being held by Assemblywoman Carol Murphy as the chair of the Assembly Health Committee. And this proclamation is just in support of making that available to first responders and veterans. And I too will miss Scott very much. His attention to detail, and he was just great to work with, and I'm really going to miss him.
Thank you. Erin?
I just have that there is 3 more summer concerts to go. On August 20th, Fort Mouth Henry at Hawk Island Marina. On September 10th, the Highway Run at Hawk Island Marina. And on October 9th, Mason Renson Quartet at Historic Waterfront Park. And then just a reminder that the brush collection has changed. So now it's every other week on the same week as recycling, and the brush has to be out at 6 a.m. the Monday of that week, and there's no longer any reason to call the township or any list or anything. It'll be automatic.
Good. Thank you. Township Committee. Carolyn?
Thank you. I attended the shade tree meeting in July. They voted to remove 3 trees and do some trimmings to 3 additional trees. I think their list of removals is up to 22 or 23 at this point. They will be getting 12 trees again from the Bridge Commission. They won't be street trees, but they will be looking into locations throughout the township to put those trees. Several of you mentioned August 4th was National Night Out. It was an awesome event. Capped off with the Centennial fireworks, which were absolutely amazing. Thanks to everyone involved and all the residents that came out and had a good time. It really was an awesome event, an awesome night for our first fireworks show. So, Shade Tree has been contacted by PSE&G for PSE&G's working with their removals through town to install new telephone poles. I believe there's 16 trees that are in question right now that I will be meeting with Shade Tree representative tomorrow to take a look at them. And the township may have to submit a letter on behalf of the committee and Shade Tree. I guess we'll discuss that if we want to kind of protest some of the removals. There's some really big old trees on there, so stay tuned. I'll keep the committee updated on that, and that's all I have.
Thank you. Fern?
July 14th, the Library Association had their meeting. Again, the topic of that time was trying to nail down the agreement from their point of view with the library agreement between the township and the school board. On the 15th, we had municipal court. I think the big thing that we were looking for there was Burlington Avenue 2407, and things there have been pushed away from the municipal court at this time. It's going up to Superior Court over in Mount Holly. the 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th, I was involved with the History Board and the Farm Fair out in Columbus, and I think we had some decent weather this year for a change, and we had lots of folks come through and visit our display out there in the History Board tent for the county, and there were lots of folks out there too, which was nice. And on that Sunday, we had the breakdown, so we went out there with Peter Fritz, and we packed everything up to bring home. On the 31st, we had a meeting, subcommittee meeting for the time capsule, and I think we made great progress. I'm sure the mayor will elaborate on that in her details. Let's see, August 4th, National Night Out. Again, a great time. I got to play cornhole with some residents, which was fun. The fireworks were amazing. The coordination, and whether it was luck or planned, but the music and the fireworks that went off together, like they were in sync. It really added to the event, or the feeling of what took place there for the fireworks. And let's see, on the 5th, the History Board had another, had another meeting, the History Board, and again, we just talked about the things that we had done during the month of July and what's coming up with our Community Day at the end of September, and how we're going to work on that to have that our displays laid out. And Mayor, I believe that's all I have.
Oh, thank you, Fern. Phil?
All right, let's see. July 30th, of course, we held the concert down at Hawk Island Marina. Derek Kreider was the singer there. Good band turnout. A lot of people showed up. He's one of the biggest bands that we have out there. August 4th was National Night Out. Let me tell you, Chief, your officers, everybody involved, it was an amazing event.
Thank you.
Definitely kudos to all of them. August 6th, I attended the recreation meeting. Sadly, we did have 2 members resign. August 6th, we had the concert for Batum Band. They played at Hawk Island Marina. Unfortunately, they had to cut off about 15 minutes ahead because it was a rain came in. August 13th, we had the Nostalgic Band that played at Historical Waterfront Park. It was a good turnout. There was probably about 150 people there, so it was a very nice event. And that's it for me, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Centennial Park and the time capsule. I attended the pre-construction meeting on June 30th. Phil attended as well. As you can see, the project is progressing. The bricks are being installed this week. The dedication has been scheduled for October 24th, and our time capsule will be buried at that time. Ruth B. Severe's heart sculpture will be installed this week or next. And if any member of the Township Committee has a speech or introductory message that they presented at any of our events this year, please forward a copy to Beverly Russell and use time capsule as the subject line. Because the township's going to be printing these items on special paper that we purchased for our time capsule. So I know that Carolyn had some presentations. I don't know, Phil, I will reach out to Matt because he did one at the 250th celebration. So we're getting information from businesses in town, and we hope to have quite an array of items to bury, so it'll be nice. The members of that subcommittee have continued to meet and gather information, so it should be a very nice dedication ceremony. Sewer Authority system updates for Hickory Street and Newton's Landing pump stations were approved and should be installed this month. The relining issues on Larchmont and Delview will be completed in the next couple of weeks. Beverly's Headworks project has been approved for a special loan. They will be receiving a substantial grant from DEP as well. I did sit in on a webinar that was Office of Climate Resilience regarding DEP and EPA reaching out to communities regarding heat, flooding, and major planning issues and assistance. And the seminar presented the opportunity to actually advise the team that working through DEP on how committees can better obtain results. The most important issue we brought up were the hoops that municipalities must jump through to get projects approved and the cost imposed. So it would be nice if our comments are actually communicated and the process is streamlined and not cost prohibitive for our towns. So, National Night Out, special thank you to the chief and his department for the National Night Out that was held at the Field of Dreams. Families enjoyed games, the children had fun on the inflatables, there was a nice variety of food trucks, and organizations had an opportunity to present their information. It was a great night for everyone. The Centennial fireworks, wow. They were the best I have ever seen, I have to say. Absolutely incredible. Thank you to our Recreation Commission and the coordinator, Carolyn Seuss, for arranging them. Recreation, I attended their meeting on August 5th. Several positions were discussed in the ongoing concerts and the 100th anniversary celebration. The concert at the historic Riverfront Park was awesome. Nostalgia was wonderful, performed songs from the 50s and 60s, and some people were actually dancing in the street, so it was really nice. And in the bridge, as I had indicated in my last report, they're going to be continue to working on that bridge for a few months. The delays may be longer, so if you want to take a different exit out of town, you may have to do that. I also attended Revival on the River, which was a great experience. The hosts were Bill and Lenore Barbera. It was an evening of praise and worship. Scriptures were cited by Lenore. Pastor Trinidad led us in prayer, and a musician, Terry, led us in song. Alice Carl Smith presented the history of Delanco's camp meeting. Excellent information, and the camp still exists today with the name Delanco Camp. So I thought that was really an incredible evening. So with that end, we'll go on to the consent agenda items. Consent agenda items are to be considered routine and will be enacted with a single motion. Any item requiring discussion will be removed from the consent agenda. All consent agenda items will be reflected in full in the minutes. The proclamation supporting the First Responders and Veterans Lung Cancer Screening Access Act and commending the founding students of New Jersey's first high school chapter of the American Lung Cancer Screening Initiative. Resolution 2026-117, authorizing an additional expenditure from the Affordable Housing Trust Fund to Abundant Life Community Development Corporation for rehabilitation activities at Living Springs senior residents, and that amount is $45,000. Resolution 2026-118, resolution authorizing the award of a contract under New Jersey Cooperative Pricing Agreement for municipal building roof replacement, and I have it here, $265,200. Resolution 2026-119, requesting approval of items of revenue and appropriation into 2026 municipal budget pursuant to NJSA 40A:4-87, New Jersey Body Armor Replacement Grant for $1,742.54. Resolution 2026-120, a resolution requesting approval of items of revenue and appropriation into 2026 municipal budget pursuant to NJ 40A:4-87, New Jersey Clean Communities Grant for $12,262.61. Resolution 2026-121, resolution requesting approval of items of revenue and appropriations into 2026 municipal budget pursuant to NJSA 40A:4-87, New Jersey DEP Recycling Tonnage Grant, $9,367.64. Resolution authorizing the Township of Delanco at 2026-122 to execute an agreement with Burlington County for cooperative participation in the Community Development Act of 1974. This is the CDBG Grants Community Development Block Grant. Resolution 2026-123, dispose of out-of-service office equipment, tax validator. Approval of minutes for May 4th and May 18th, 2026. Approve the payment of bills in the amount of $1,097,592.71 as per the bill list run dated August 17th, 2026. So, approval of the consent agenda. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. McFadden?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
Ms. Seuss?
Yes.
Ms. Fitzpatrick?
Yes. Correspondence, Bev.
Yes, quite a bit. We received an email from Michael Templeton resigning his position on the Environmental Advisory Board. There are 2 vacancies on EAB. Both are 3-year terms expiring 12/31/28. Received an email from Al Grayboff resigning his position on Recreation Commission, where he was the chair. Email from Tony Bartlett resigning her position on Recreation Commission, where she was the vice chair. Both of those vacancies on Recreation are 5-year terms expiring 12/31/2029. Received a letter from David Rust expressing interest in one of the open positions on the Recreation Commission. Received an email from Mary Wood expressing interest in one of the open positions on the Recreation Commission. Received an email from Joanne Schlinmine expressing interest in one of the open positions on the Recreation Commission. We did receive an email from Recreation Commission discussing moving up the alternates, and I believe that is something we'll discuss later. Received an email from Stephen Constantino regarding traffic and pedestrian trespass concerns occurring at and near his home on Creek Road. His email was referred to the police department, and it is my understanding that he or his wife filed a police complaint as well. Received a letter from Assemblyman Alex Sawaki regarding a current bill before the Assembly, AR 149, expressing support for all law enforcement in the state and asking that each municipality and county also pass a resolution in support. This was included in your packets, and if you wish, could be an item for discussion at a future meeting. And received an email from the New Jersey Property Taxpayers Coalition requesting support by way of a resolution for their initiative to bring about a comprehensive investigation and performance audit of the state's electric utilities and infrastructure. And this was also included in your packets for your review and could be a discussion item at a future meeting if you wish. And that is it.
Thank you. Meeting open to the public for comments and questions. General session 2.
Harold Klingler, 509 Butwood Street. I guess the first thing I wanted to talk about was I seen that, I don't know who's on the street cleaning committee, but I did see one scheduled cleaning come out over the e-bail for, I think it was Rancocas. Might have been Walter and Vine. And they did come out, and I know they came out and cleaned Vine because that's where I live. So I know they did that. But I haven't seen anything since, and that was like over a month ago. So I don't know. Well, first of all, I mean, congratulations for getting at least one out. And I don't know if that's going to continue or not.
I think
Does any-
Debbie's working with Public Works on that, and they actually have done the whole town once that I know of.
Right, but I was talking about the schedule.
And
that-
the schedule,
That I
they're
talked
work-
about, well, at least, I don't know, 2, 3
They're working
weeks.
on the schedules, getting a schedule out so people will know.
Right, and that's what I meant. They did put one out and then never seen nothing again. So I don't know if there's computer problems or what the
They're only
problem.
required to do it 4 times a year, so it's not going to be a weekly thing or 2-weekly thing. It's when they get to it, and it's only required once a quarter, so.
So that's 4 streets a year?
No, it's
No.
four
The town, 4 times.
times a year it'll
So
be
that's a
done.
lot of emails for
Yeah.
4 times a year, because there's a lot of streets. I think there's like 65 streets.
Yep, so as soon as we do it, they'll send out an email. Debbie's coordinating with them, so they
So
get to it.
you're in charge of that?
Nope.
No?
Debbie's in
okay.
charge of
Well,
that.
I mean, you sound like you were volunteering.
No, I just am aware of it, so I'm just trying to answer your question,
Oh,
so.
okay. Okay, all right. The next issue was, I've listened to quite a few citizens come up here and talk about speeding down certain streets, especially out, I guess, where the senior living is and stuff like that. Different guys who represent people out there or whatever, they come up here and talk about the speeding, and the chief says, you know, you can't stop the speeding. I mean, you can put up signs, don't speed, pull them over, whatever, but people are going to speed. And I was actually driving around different towns and noticed what they were doing. And what they were doing to stop the speeding is they were putting up speed bumps across the road. So if you go out to where Bordentown and 130 is, there's a long street out there that goes through a whole mess of warehouses, and then it comes to a town, a little small town. And right there, speed bump after speed bump after speed bump, and you couldn't speed there without killing yourself in the car because of that. So there is a way to stop people. And so I checked out another place in Morristown, Camden Avenue, the main street goes through there, and then it starts to hit into the main part of Morristown, the uptown. And there's a street that turns to the left that is the back street of the main street of Morristown. It's the back street, but it has that angle. It's not a right angle, it's a modified angle to where you can just go whip right down that street, right from, and of course the speed limit changes, and out here it's a main street, it could be 30 or 35, and then it drops right to 25. And when you turn there, there is a gigantic speed bump right there and a sign. And if you're still whipping that speed, well, you're in for a big surprise. So, so there's ways of doing it. And it's similar to Burlington Avenue and Buttonwood is the same way. You got that, they come down there, and most of the time, they're probably doing 30, 35 on Burlington Avenue, you know. I know it's 40 farther up and 35, and then it might be 30, and then some spots 25, which is the craziest thing I ever thought of. And but it's the same thing. I can just whip right off Brighton Avenue and right down Buttonwood, and without even taking your foot off the gas. So I understand why these guys talk about it all the time. Now, I looked online, and you can actually buy pre-made speed bumps. And they're reasonable. I mean, everything you need for like $250. There's companies that sell them, and you bolt them down if you want, or nail them down, whatever you want. You can bolt them if you want to take them back up again, right? And they're a reasonable price. And if I think one would look real good across Burlington Avenue and Buttonwood, all the way across there, curb to curb, would look real good. And slow
Burlington
people.
Avenue is a county road.
Oh, I understand
We
that.
would have no jurisdiction over putting a
But we
speed
do in
bump there.
Buttonwood. So I don't know how many inches it is. Well, the engineer's not here, but I don't know how many inches it is from Burlington Avenue to Buttonwood. It can't be more than, I don't know, a foot, you think? You think they got a foot property inside Buttonwood? I don't know.
I don't know. We could check into
I mean, that would be, you know, for the engineer. Sadly, he's not here tonight, but that was, you know, another idea to stop the speeding. Now, The other thing is the trees and the tree commission. And there's Caroline was talking about, she's going to be having a meeting with them and more trees, and PSG wants to take down trees and stuff like that. And I don't know if I've seen this in other towns, but if you ever been in the Cherry Hill Mall, they have artificial trees inside Cherry Hill Mall in big pots. Nice looking trees. You wouldn't think they were, you wouldn't think they were artificial, but they're artificial. They're in big pots. And they can move them wherever they want, anytime they want. And it might be a good idea to start thinking about that instead of putting more trees, especially down Burlington Avenue, once they remove them for this reason or that, is to maybe put some artificial trees in pots or however. I mean, whatever. Again, the engineer would have to look at that. And then they're good forever. And if there's a problem, you get the guys to come out and move it. There you go. Dig. Do what you want to do. Then put it back when you're done. Or move it somewhere else. And if you just started like so many a year, right, it would just solve your problem eventually with the trees. So that's it. That's all I got to say.
Thank you, Hal. Anyone else? Joanne?
Good evening. Joanne Schlinwine, 316 Oakford Avenue. First, I'd like to apologize to the committee and the attendees from the last meeting. I know better and should have stood up and identified myself and given my proper address when you were talking about Haggett. So I want to apologize to all. Second thing is, thank you to the Township Committee and our Recreation Commission for partnering with the schools in moving Haggetha to the Pearson School. We're planning on having a rededication that will include, of course, our town and also the county commissioners, along with the arts, so it's very exciting. For the school board, we have our third town hall this coming Monday at 6 o'clock at Walnut. And always, everyone is invited. We have a lot going on. It's a wonderful opportunity to ask your questions, to get better answers, and understanding our mission and how we're moving forward. And the third thing is we're having a ribbon cutting ceremony on the 25th at 6 o'clock at Walnut. Both federal and state legislators have been invited, as well as the county, of course, municipal partnerships with Burlington County Institute of Technology and also Riverside High School. So we hope we see everybody. Tours will be given from 6 to 8 and a presentation with public and the kids. So thank you so much.
Joanne, I have a question. Is the school board meeting still this Wednesday, the
It
19th?
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
you.
Mhm. Anyone else? Okay, I'll close this portion of the meeting to the public. And we have a discussion item, placement of Ruthie Severe's statue, the September 9/11, because we've been asking the contractor who's doing Centennial Park if he would move it, and we're not sure where it's to be placed at Gateway Park. I had suggested the place where we had planted our tree because it was close enough to the lights and to the monuments. And I think there was another place that maybe Recreation came up with that I couldn't remember. So we put it on the agenda to find out where that is.
I think it was suggested to kind of put it closer to the memorial, just so you wouldn't kill that entire section of the lawn. There's going to need to be footings poured. It's going to need about 7 or 8 inches thick of concrete because that thing weighs about 2,500 pounds or a ton. So I think if you move it closer, you'll still have that space there if you ever want to have any kind of gathering
So
or any
that,
kind
it's on
of.
the same side though?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
how many feet from the memorial? We need to decide that. I mean, we need to let them know.
So in my mind, I was thinking maybe 6 feet off, this way you had enough room to put like a planting bed around it so no one would go up to it
Yeah.
directly and kind of have a barrier there. So
And you'll
maybe-
still have room for people
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
do their
And,
presentations.
and
of
this
their
way,
rate.
it's enough that they're separate, but they're still kind of together as a memorial.
Yeah, yeah, good. Okay. So Debbie, does that answer your question? Okay, good. Now, I don't have anything else for Township Committee. Does anyone have anything else? Because we have a request to have an executive session to go over some items regarding recreation and appointments. So,
I just had a quick question. You had mentioned sewer lining issues on 2 streets. Was that a slippage like I had at my house, the same thing?
actually, it is because, and it hasn't been totally connected to the manholes because I think Vortex is still waiting for the permit from the county to do that, but that's what it is. It's like a slip-in.
Okay,
Because there were some issues on
Right.
both of those streets.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I don't have anything else.
Okay. All right, so I need a motion to go into executive session. We will come out and hopefully have something to report, so you're welcome to stay. We will probably go into the conference room, Bev, so it'll be easier for us to move then. So you're welcome to stay. I don't imagine we'd be more than maybe 15 minutes, half hour at the most.
Yeah.
So is there a motion to go into executive session?
I'll make, good,
I'll make a motion.
second.
Okay, roll call? Or can we just do aye?
We'll do a roll call. Mr. McFadden?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
Ms. Seuss?
Yes.
Ms. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
And that was a motion to adopt Resolution 26-124 to enter into executive session to discuss appointments.
Thank you.